everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Coolcraft Season 3. Now, in the last episode, we built this decently efficient kelp farm here, which can be automated if Minecraft doesn't decide to just be a little bit inconsistent sometimes. But yes, since the last episode, there has been a bit of progress over here at the kelp farm. So, first of all, both these smelters have now backed up their fuel enough to be in these chests, but I don't feel comfortable actually adding them together into, that was a mistake, into the final collection system yet. But also something I actually did towards the end of the last episode, but forgot to mention, was that I installed this chest here, or this counter thing, where it has the dropper that's connected to the redstone line that just pumps into the chest. Since I installed this, the farm has only fired 14 times, so that's fairly decent. Also appears that this has not grown up to these observers much yet. Also, in the last episode, we made we got the season's first ever beacon, which is nice. Now, you may be wondering why I've been wearing a hoglin head throughout the intro, and that's, well, because my helmet broke, and my armor's pretty much all almost broken, or just essentially needs to be replaced. So, that is why I have created this brand new set of armor here. And I had one netherite ingot to spare. So, let's take off this old junk and swap out the stuff on the armor stand for this. That stuff's pretty much useless. And this stuff is all fully enchanted, ready to go, renamed, and this took stupid amounts of levels to actually do. Like you can see, breaking through, mending, respiration, yeah, you get the idea. And so now, still don't have full armor bars, which is, you know, sad, but whatever. That's the price of an elytra. But I'm now kitted out in the armor that I'll probably have for the rest of the season. It's also really good and protective. So yeah, that should hopefully be good. Also, my leggings, you may have noticed, were less damaged than pretty much anything else, because I keep replacing them with gold leggings for when I go into the nether to do anything like, say, netherite mining, which is kind of where I broke my head. Now, to go along with this full kitting out of everything, I also want to make a bow, as I'm getting tired of not having a ranged weapon on me at all times. And thankfully, I do have a whole bunch of enchanted books here that will be useful for this, like Flame, Power, Infinity. I mean, the rest of those are armor enchants. I still do want Unbreaking and Punch. Yes, that's it. I was blanking on the word. So yeah, I gotta go buy those books from the villagers. I do know I have villagers that have that sort of crap. Yeah, and so yeah, I'll be right back with the final bow enchants. Alright, so let's go combine the enchants. No, I actually apparently don't have a punch villager, which is interesting. Anyhow, can we get it cheaper? Yes. Slightly. Take that. Now I want to apply one of these to the bow. I think I will do this one first. It costs me every single level I currently have. Alright, gotta go get more. Alright, got more levels. And actually, we've got to, of course, rename this to JSD's bow. That only cost me 12. It doesn't have everything I'd like to have, but it's a pretty decent bow. Now I actually gotta remember to start, keeping arrows on me. But hey, now I have a ranged weapon. Also, while we're here, I want to use this last netherite ingot here to upgrade my sword to a netherite sword. Which, you know, will do 11 attack damage now. Actually, let's also go rename this to, my sword. In case it ever got 16, no, not doing that. Alright guys, so I don't know what I was just doing, probably just introing the video or something, but, you know, I've decided to come over here to, another person's base, just ender pearl out of here, because I can't figure out how else to get out of here, but yeah, at this other guy's base here, I'm installing a little bit of a notebook prank here, that'll just go around in a loop, playing a tune over and over again, so I'm gonna shut up for a little while now and give you a listen. yeah, so so that's pretty much it. I might go around and make some changes to this a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't know, you probably won't see this result, but anyhow, yeah, on to stuff in this episode. Alright everybody, I made some changes, pretty much just doubling all of it up, and it actually sounds louder. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this, probably cut a bit of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this going, and I'm gonna get out of here. Alright, now that that prank stuff's finished, he has logged on and seen it. Apparently I replaced the wood blocks that I entered through in the wrong order, so he found it pretty quickly. But hey, we are now on the roof of the Nether to do what I was actually intending to do in this episode. Build a gold farm. Now this isn't any normal gold farm design, because Mojang has announced that they do want to change pigmen so that they don't drop XP if they're just angry at you. I have designed my own gold farm here to work with manual killings. Now the only side effect of this farm here is that, yeah, we also have to make this in a nether waste, which it is, apart from this, like, 10 blocks right over here. But that is fine by me. So yeah, let's hop into a time-lapse of me doing this, and unfortunately, replay mod is not up to date yet, so I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. Anyhow, yeah, let's get down to it. Alright, so as I have just said, I did indeed make this farm by myself, and I want to, in this time-lapse, talk to you about how I created this. So, I first went onto the creative server to do some creativing, obviously. Well, I went into the nether, went up to the roof, found a spot that I thought was suitable for nether waste biome, but after I ended up building the whole circular part of the farm, I found out it wasn't, so I moved that, eventually, and that part wasn't in a full nether waste. And so I moved that again, and I finally found a place that was in the nether waste. So, took me a few tries. Thankfully, Coolcraft was actually more forgiving and didn't do that. But what I first did to do is I obviously created the killing chamber, which I did end up having to raise or lower, because the whole goal of this was to not have to do any spawn proofing below the bedrock ceiling, which I'm pretty sure I came out on top with that one. So this is pretty high in the world. And the next thing I did was I used an armor stand to place all the blocks in the correct circle around the edge of the spawning radius area by using place block at 24 blocks in front of armor stand. That the thing you can do with like the carrots when you're teleporting or you're doing anything with coordinates. So as a 24 that, and then I used the command block to rotate the armor stand as it placed the blocks. And then I did that again for a bit further out, and then I completed it. So that was good. And then I obviously filled in all the glass. And yeah, then I designed the collection system, which I was kind of proud of, but you'll find out in a little while why I should not have been so proud of it. Because I didn't actually do any testing of this, because this farm, you do actually have to manually click in order to use it, as I have just said in this video. The whole other pigman mechanics are kind of getting removed in future updates, so I decided I wanted to do it like this, but I can't tick warp time to just see how well this does, because I'd also have to be clicking at that advanced speed, which would be kind of hard to do. So, yeah, I didn't really do much testing. I was just like, okay, this works. The pigmen come in and they die. And so, yeah, there's some stuff that, anyhow, this was probably a very quick time lapse. It's only been a couple minutes. But yeah, let's get back into action. Okay, 5 more seconds of the time lapse that I couldn't cut out right here at the end. Okay, now, construction has completed on the iron farm, and as I hopefully mentioned in the time lapse, this is a custom design that I have made myself in creative mode. And it's something I did just quickly want to address here is there's this one side here that has glass on it on the bottom layer there, and none of the other sides do, because this side is close enough to the ice track down there where pigmen would want to jump down. None of the others are, so that's why we never had that, why that's not a thing. But now that this has been completed, we have to do the finishing touches by well, 50% of it's putting in the iron golems here, but the other half of it is putting the alarm pigmen in the outside areas here. And this is difficult. I do have name tags here, so that shouldn't be an issue. The issue is just actually getting the pigmen over here. So yeah, I will annoy my way through this, and I'll be back in a while. Alright, I did it. Somehow I did it. I got all the pigmen, all the alarm pigmen in. Now, the next thing I have to do is I have to put in... Yeah, I have to put in all the golems around here to take care of the magma cubes, because in my testing I found that if you don't take care of the magma cubes, they will eventually cause a problem. And the large ones can even get up on top of this, which is why there's a block in the center there. I'll go over this farm in more detail later, but yeah, now I have to go figure out how I'm going to be putting in all the golems. Alright, I've put in all the iron golem iron, and I've got my hands on pumpkins, and that over there might need to be addressed. Depends on what it's like when I'm in the AFK area. Wait, it actually... Okay, Lightmatic apparently doesn't update... when I place in the pumpkin. That's fun! I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then when I relog it'll change, but that doesn't matter really. What matters is that right now... Oh. It just changed this. Okay. I'm now confused. Anyhow, in case you didn't know what the purpose of the iron golems in gold farms is, the purpose of them is to lure the magma cubes that spawn in the farm off the edge instead of allowing them to stay around here, taking up spawn places, and maybe even making their way over to the center and killing the player. That's what they're supposed to do anyhow. They don't work 100% of the time, but it's better than not having them in, so yes. Also, there is a little bit of the farm like right around here, I believe, which is actually considered to be part of the Soul Sand Valley biome, but it's only like 10 blocks, so I was like, that's not significant enough for me to actually care enough to just slightly move the farm over that way in order to make it a little bit better, because then it might run into other issues and it's a headache. And I know I would at the point when I figured that out, I was like, this is only a schematic, but you know, I don't care. Anyway, yeah, I'll place in the rest of the golems, and yeah, then I can get to putting on the finishing touches and then testing. Alright everybody, I've done all my checking and all my stuff. The platform over that way, I believe it is in the sky, is definitely within the spawning range of me, but that shouldn't really matter too much. But yeah, so let's go ahead and test out the farm to make sure I did it all correctly. This group of pigmen over here looks like it's nice and on the spawning platform. They're also not upside down, so that's a good sign. Let's hit that, and then here comes all the pigmen. So the way you probably want to do this is scooch all the way forwards here. I think I'll make a special sword that has like smite on it. And then all you gotta do is just whack here. I should, you know, get an AFK script to do this so I can like AFK over here overnight right here. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Don't exactly know why I'm not getting that much XP out of this though. That looks like it's actually going fine. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works, and it is working indeed right now. You can see down there off to the side, I can't point to it or anything because I'm too busy whacking all these pigmen. Actually, I could let them pile up for a little while here. You can see that stuff is cycling around on the ice track down there, and I made it blue ice to try to make it as long as possible, but it may not have been necessary. I can show you this integrated sorting system, which I built into the design, but I will probably end up changing later. Oh yeah, this is really good for XP, so I can just put my pickaxe in my offhand. It's already repaired. I guess it didn't really have that much damage on it. I mean, yeah. I do have hostile creatures also. I'm not sure how actually loud this is, but all the sound is currently from just the redstone. So now if I come down here, which I said, I literally just said this in the video, but yeah, that glass wall up there is again so pigmen don't get down here. We have 12 golden ingots already, and as I am saying, and I will actually quickly say this, I do have an auto crafting system here to automatically craft this stuff up. So we have received 15 now. Wow, the number's getting bigger already. 16. These two columns of chests here are golden nuggets, and this chest here, or this column here, is going to be just the gold ingots that they drop. I think I'm going to funnel this all into a gold block auto crafter, but you know, storage for now, and I definitely will probably end up doing that before I AFK overnight at this farm. But anyway, yeah, so that's this farm, and I'm going to go AFK at this farm for probably about an hour, I'm going to say, and I will, I guess, show you the results when I get back. Alright guys, so I have finished AFKing, and I only actually AFK'd for 20 minutes before I had to stop because the server was getting way too laggy. So I'll go over that in a second, but this is the results so far, and I have a few things that I noticed about this. First of all, the item collection system up here is way too freaking slow. Now, what I mean by that is, I kill them so fast that more items drop than the hoppers can actually process. So I'm gonna I have an idea for how I can double the speed of this. But then something else that I need to do is I need to add more item sorters to this here, as the two ones for nuggets here got backed up, which didn't happen in my testing, interestingly enough. But yeah, so I'm gonna go start making those changes, and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I've made those upgrades and stuff down there, and so I'm going to try this again. I'm going to be here for a few minutes, see if I get the same issues that I was having. Yes, and yeah, then we'll see what's going to go on. So yeah, as you can see, I'm also at 105 levels now, so we'll see what I get up to. After a further little bit of modification to the circuit up here, I have found something that actually works pretty well and doesn't appear to get swamped. So I just lowered this all down by a block so that these hoppers weren't touching, and now it seems to work, and apparently stuff piles up in the dropper, which is a little bit interesting. Anyhow, so I've AFK'd for a little while now, and let's see the drops. Let's see, chest number 1, pretty good. Chest number 2, even better. Number 3, number 4, and number 5. And this chest, remember, is literally gold ingots. So yeah, I will clear all of this out, craft it into blocks and stuff. And actually, I'm gonna leave a spot for a crafting table right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go grab that and come back, and yeah, let's go do a little bit of progress updates and other stuff around the server quickly. Now, the kelp farm from last episode here has had some stuff going on, and it does want a little bit of attention from us now, so I do believe that there is starting to run a little bit low on fuel on this side. I don't know about this side. I think we are also running a bit low on fuel over here. Yes. But thankfully, we have about 2 full double chests of this. So it's like, what, 2 stacks and a bit? So hold up. I'll take this out, put this in here. Half these stacks. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Okay, put that in there quickly. Hold up, give me a moment. Alright, so I realized that the hopper actually had I realized this hopper here had stuff in it, so there is actually a full double chest of fuel for both sides, plus this bit of extra stuff here. So yeah, I'm gonna go now and put this stuff in, so be right back. Alright, with that, I have filled up all the kelp here. I think what I might do is I might park my alt in survival mode, just over here at the farm tonight while I'm AFKing at the gold farm, just to allow this farm to run. Give me more kelp. Yep, still working towards that goal of getting enough kelp to fuel a giant, or first of all to have this thing automatically refuel itself. That will probably be soon considering how much kelp we got there. But have essentially enough kelp to fuel a gigantic, bigger super smelter array than these guys. That is what I want, but that'll be a little while. Anyhow, more things that we have to do. But for now, I am going to go AFK overnight at the brand new gold farm, and in the morning we will see what we have got in terms of drops. So it's going to be about 12 hours of AFKing, maybe a bit more. Yeah, see you then. So I came back from an overnight AFK session. The server is kind of doing terrible right now in terms of performance, but look at this. All the stuff has filed out. I just picked up too much, and now this stuff's not gonna despawn for a while. There's no lava around here is the problem. Really, that's the problem. Man, I feel like it might be worth redesigning this item sorting system here. Even more than I already have. Yeah, my frame rate's not doing too bad. It's really just the server. And it may require, right, I died to a magma cube. That's why I don't have anything. Now let's just throw all this crap out. Yeah, okay, I just timed out from the server and got back, and this thing looks even cooler now. This is insane. Like, the things you can make with the illegal death sphere of items is pretty cool, but also quite terrifying when you realize, yeah, this pretty much crashes the game. So I think I've come up with a plan of what I'm kind of wanting to do, and I'll just let you guys sit here watching this for until I guess it despawns, maybe? I'm not sure. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna maybe add a couple more item filters for the gold and stuff that I do want to remove, and then I'm just gonna actually have everything immediately get flushed into lava to avoid making the server run terribly. Okay, it's actually not, it's actually good right now. Okay. Because a little while ago, just from loading all these items, it was terrible. Well, I guess a lot of these items are despawning right now. So yeah. This looks pretty cool, but yeah, we have work to do over here. Alright everyone, here are the results from this AFK session. We got almost one full shulker box of gold and a stack of zombie piglin heads that just happened to pile up in my inventory once the sorter got backed up. So yeah, overall that was a pretty successful AFK session there. And yeah, I mean fairly successful, apart from the fact that I died here and the server almost crashed. It did actually end up kicking me at some point. So yeah. Let's do other things now. Alright everybody, so the results from the kelp farm from last night were as follows. One full double chest here, and most of this double chest here. I know this thing is still smelting, but I don't really care. And I find it weird how this side always has more kelp than this side. To the point where the fuel on this side is running significantly lower than the fuel on this side. Interesting, but anyhow, soon we should be able to be able to automate the refueling process for both these and dump VX into a chest. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, we still need to do a little bit more AFKing for that to happen. Alright guys, so I spent some time in creative designing a brand new item system for this farm. So yeah, I'm going to now go completely remove what I have here and then build the new one. So yeah, let's do a time lapse of all that. Alright everybody, so I have, as you saw hopefully in the time-lapse, I've removed the old system and put a new one in. Now a couple things I didn't do in the time-lapse was first of all putting the lava at the end here just to remove all the stuff because I kind of forgot about that. And second of all, I added in the system down here to actually pulse this piston as I somehow forgot to do that when I was creating this. Don't know how, but I managed to complete that without having to get more resources from the overworld. So my inventories are back right now. Yeah, all the crafters and stuff already, and I also took the time to make it actually craft it all the way down into blocks. So this is a lot taller, and the main difference between this now and this before is, as you can see kind of with these minecraft here, I can actually turn this off, is that the two different rows of blocks here where stuff gets collected go down to different output systems, although the trigger to the whole system is only on the back blocks for some reason. I mean, there is a reason, but I just don't want to tell you. But yeah, hopefully this will be able to process all the items easier. If not, I don't know what I would do, because it has to be a 3-wide system, 3x2 system that can collect items and doesn't, you know, block the ladder, which has actually been a it's actually been a main concern here of this, so yeah, that's been an issue. Anyhow, let's give this thing a test and see how well it works. There are like no, besides like directly that direction, there are no pigmen. Yeah, on the top level here. Anyhow. Alright, let's jump back. Okay, yep, get the clicker going. Now, if you look off at the blue ice down there, you should eventually see, yep, there's some rotten flesh there. And you should only see rotten flesh and gold swords actually being shot out that way. So yeah, this looks like it's working. I'm gonna come on with my spectator account to actually look at it momentarily. But yeah, I gotta edit this video quickly and then I'll see if we have time to do something else. Actually, guys, doing anything else is gonna have to wait till the next episode because this video is about 25 or more minutes long. So I'm gonna have to say thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Discord linked in the description, and I will see you all in the next episode of Coolcraft Season 3. Bye!